Hello and welcome back to Cody 60 Plays. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the Nintendo GameCube. Last time, we started the game off, learned of GF troopers that went missing, and we found out their fate. The fate of those soldiers, as well as come to this weird location, to say the least. Oh no. We just got captured by, stuck in a, area. Have a large number of splinters. However, a dark shadow has accomplished the splinters, turning them into the dark creatures we fought at the tail end of last part. That are the reason why the GF troopers were dead. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have missiles for this next portion. Say hello to the Alpha Splinter. A grown version of the splinters we've just been fighting. Oh. And a pain in the butt. For once it starts realizing what you're doing, it decides to start doing the opposite directions. However, you may have noticed there was no health bar. Now we have a health bar. And it is now moving places. Oh. Unfortunately, nothing dropped missiles by this point, so missiles would definitely help this fight a lot. But as you may remember, I used those all up on dark war wasp hives. Or it's still easy enough to do without really taking any damage. You just have to figure out what it's doing first. However, something seems to have come out of the corpse. Can I scan it? Unknown technology. And it goes up, does crazy random things, and then collides into me, messing with the suit. Unknown item acquired. Alien technology has bonded to the armor systems. No negative impact on suit performance. However, we can no longer go back the way we came. Where it has a couple of the door issues we've been seeing. I wonder if we'll ever be able to leave here. Well, let's head forward, though. Maybe we'll figure out what this place really is. Where I don't think the map is gonna tell me where I'm at. Other than it is a temple. I've nearly thought the game froze. Okay, don't don't do that. And we went up. A weird controller. Weird contraption, so to speak. And Samus immediately points the gun somewhere else. And it appears to be one of the aliens from before. He is Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoff, and hero of our world's perils. A cosmic object hit Aether long ago, and then Aether split into two. A light variant and a shadow variant. in 2 separate dimensions. And with the birth of the second one, a new race was born in the Dark World, the Ing, which is what has been taking over things and taking items. Planetary energy was divided between the 2 worlds. And Samus is just standing there with the gun pointed at him. God dang, Samus, can't you be a little more trusting? No. Okay, I'll put it away now. You've proven yourself. Before you arrived, Ing had stolen the device that collects the planetary energy, which they thankfully grabbed back, which just was the very item we just got. How lucky for them. And our translator module has been updated. You see, the reason why we haven't been able to open many doors or pathways is because we haven't been able to scan said doors. And now that we do this, oh, our energy's fully restored. Thank you, but you didn't restore my missiles. The thing behind him is also an actual... But both him and the thing behind him are, in fact, scans, so do so. And there is a violet thing of lore right behind him. Right behind you. Because you can't go anywhere else in this room but back out and back down. Do note, you cannot go to the save room you just went to. So where I started, I cannot head back to. At least through this direction. It is possible to revisit the save room, or you won't be going anywhere. Transport to Agon Wastes. Oh, please don't attack me. Light flyer. I will defeat you for trying to do so. However, we can't do anything with this little puzzle, which, if I remember correctly, up here is I believe, an energy tank. So note that too. And yet, here we are at another elevator. We have a lot of these in this area. And we are now back. At this point, it is the temple grounds. However, now be forewarned, there are splinters running that will hatch now, and now you have to defeat them before they get possessed, or else you're gonna have more difficulties with them. And we have an energy thing here. You can't scan it, so don't bother. Yay, missile. And in here is our first actual energy tank we can collect. Maximum energy increased to by 100 units. And now you can also, if you feel like backtracking, head back to the ship to scan it. If you forgot so. And also get a full health restore, but you know, you're probably going back to get its scan log. And as far as I'm aware, in this game, excluding bosses, you can scan everything on your first run through. Now, also note, I will be scanning things, going to save rooms a little more than in Prime 1. Reason being, this game is a lot harder than Prime 1 and a little more BS, so to speak. Anyways, here we are. Now note, go this way. And you get another missile. I now have 10 missiles. And where's the... And also the scan things over here anyways. Oh! I missed this in the other playthrough. The 2 hours I did for the one live stream. So I missed an item. But heavily considering, you can get through a majority, and I mean a majority of this game, without some issues. This first portion without major issues. Because the first thing we're doing is a boss fight. The first thing you do in Agon Waste is a boss fight. I believe it's a boss fight anyways. Should be. Because you can't do anything without that item. Well, in fact, you get 2 boss fights. Back to back. So, yeah, you're saving often in this game. But say hello to the Agon Waste. A desert wasteland where sand is everywhere. Oh, and lightning. But as far as I'm aware, the lightning does nothing, so don't bother. Oh, and actually, you can scan the thing I scanned as soon as I shot as soon as I got out of the area. It is, in fact, a creature, if I remember correctly. But the first thing we're doing is fighting down here. Sand diggers. Shoot their eyes out. And now we're gonna waste a missile because if it isn't obvious, this is you just entered a new area after a boss fight, so this probably would be sitting right here. It is not as bad as some other areas in this game. This game likes to start you on the save points a bit, so do note that. However, I should go into some specifics. Like Xenoblade and the RPGs I tend to do, I will be doing live streams for this, especially since I'm doing this blind. I have no idea where any of these items are, so that is the reason why I'm going to be doing this. I can't read that. You will be able to soon, just not now. Oh, I forgot to save that. However, that does nothing. Like, And yes, these things will knock you down. Yep, biology, plant forms, barropods. These are essentially your skeets and scarabs from Prime 1. They don't really do anything on their own, per se. Oh, and you can't get back there yet. Which does have an item later. Actually, we can get both of these unique items later, so, once we have the certain power-ups, it is possible early on to get these. If I remember correctly. Up here. Oh. I wonder what's up there. And be careful. As we got some. You may recognize the music, because this is Prime 1's music. Space Pirates, which have received a huge makeover since Prime 1. Actually, isn't there a save room right behind me? Here? No, I think the only save room's the one we're at. We just passed. Come down here and face me, crab person. Yeah, no, I'm probably thinking of... I think the other variant of the area has it. Yeah, nope. I mean, I can do this piece now because it requires nothing. And it's only because I want a certain item on the other side. Oh, and the scan log. But specifically, oh, it's not a scan log. A missile expansion, which will be useful. And now we'll head back up because our job here is done. Having 15 missiles, as I said, we are upcoming to a boss. And I think these guys are only killable by... Yeah. You only expose those by missiles. Oh god. I must reset the room largely enough. Okay. So, as it stands, I assume this game is not... runs the... if you go from one room, now, the game resets the room entirely. Oh. I can't see them. And you know, making sure I don't get hit by them again is a good idea. Oh! Oh! We'll get this done and then head to the save room. As my god, this is gonna be fun. Shriek bats! For some reason, the game actually likes, does somewhat home in, but... yeah, I'm gonna just charge. I should be fine. For the first boss, gives us an item that we desperately need. For it is a alpha sand digger. Oh, and as soon as we did enough damage, it's already getting taken over to the Dark Alpha Sand Digger. Or, it's not even called that, it's a guardian, the Bomb Guardian. Say hello to... and similar to how Metroid Fusion handled it. A boss that uses your own powers against you. It's a fairly easy boss. It's not a super hard one. Oh. Oh. Okay. There we go. Finally down. I was wondering how long it would take. And the ing, for some reason, does relinquish the item it had. I assume it just actually dies. But the item you get is the Morph Ball Bombs. No. However, that is something I definitely do like a little better than Prime 1 for that. However, Prime 1 also showed you what you got. Oh. Well. Oh. I just wasted a missile. Because that's the only way you're breaking those open. In fact, this is probably the fastest you get all your power-ups back. I mean, Prime 1, essentially you got everything back except for the grapple beam by the end of the Chozo Ruins. This one, actually it's longer. Yeah, so Prime 1 has it a little better. From everything I've played of this game, I've actually kind of don't care for it, in a sense. That's not what I'm scanning! The thing I need to scan is behind it. With a Lumos dead. Beside it. Which is an automated message. Aisha. Sentinel of the Agon Wastes. He is currently dead. Probably why it is now a recorded message. Ah. The temple door is held fast by 3 locks and keys hidden in the dark land. And the dark atmosphere is painful to those not from it. However, there are crystals in the world from their previous struggles to save them. And the translator module has been updated with Amber. I mean, other than essentially Metroid 2 and Metroid 2 Other M and Fusion, this is probably the Fusion being the dark, probably one of the more darker ones because of other tones and themes in it. This is probably the darkest both figuratively and literally, it gets. However, as I said, it is coming close to the end, so off we go to head back to where we came from to save. As I can't do the cutscenes in the puzzle within the time limit I give myself. Go. Doing my missiles, because I will need those too. However, now, this area seems to have another enemy type. I should scan that before I go save, if I can catch them. So, anyways, let's head back to that save room because, need it. However, now that we have bombs, we can also get something before we do so. For some reason, it actually looked like I charged there after accidentally tapping B because I played Prime 1 so much that I always think I have the boost ball. 2 energy tanks and 15 missiles. That's a good stopping point for today. Thank you all for watching. Next time we'll head further into the Agon Waste. Maybe encounter the Dark World. See you next time. Bye.